Ipob will support Yoruba group's 1 million man march in Nnamdi Kanu. The leader of Ipob, Nnamdi Kanu, has said that the group will support the 1 million man march proposed by Yoruba self-determination groups in the southwest. Kanu, in a tweet on Wednesday, said Ipob would also stand with all oppressed ethnic groups in Nigeria. In his words, he says, as the brave men and women of Oduduwa plan this historic 1 million man march across southwest, I want to assure all and sundry that Ipob will stand with you and all oppressed ethnic groups in Nigeria in this brave step. I implore all that desire freedom to support it. Meanwhile, the 1 million march has been postponed to further notice by the umbrella body of Yoruba self-determination groups Ilana Omo Odua. In a statement issued on Monday, the body said the rally, which was scheduled for Wednesday, would be delayed until there has been a consultation with other Yoruba sociocultural and self-determination groups. The statement reads, the much-awaited 1 million march being organized across the Yoruba-speaking states has been postponed until further notice. Ilana Omodua, the umbrella body of Yoruba self-determination groups within and beyond Nigeria, has declared the rally being planned to hold in cities of Ikeja, Ibadan, Akure, Ado-Ekiti, Osogbo, Abeokuta, Kaba, and Ofa in Lagos, Oyo, Ondo, Akure, Ado-Ekiti, Osun, Ogun, Kogi, and Kwara states, respectively, on the 24th of March on Wednesday to drum up support for the actualization of the sovereignty of Yoruba nation. We have a meeting with all Yoruba sociocultural and self-determination groups slated for Saturday on the 27th of March. After the meeting, we shall announce a new date for the 1 million march, but it is possible next week. Thus, we put all the seats of power in Yoruba land on notice. We have declared our freedom from the failed Lugardhian amalgamation of 1914. We have also declared our freedom from the fraudulent 1999 Constitution of Nigeria. The international community, including the UN, EU, and African Union, also ECOWAS, and the government of the United States and United Kingdom have been put on notice. The government of Nigeria is being challenged legally. We are not going to engage in any illegal or violent act. We shall achieve our liberation without shedding blood. We shall deploy our material and intellectual weapons to fight this battle. Very good. I mean, I love how, they phrase it as they're going to be free from the Lugardhian amalgamation of 1914. I mean, what a better way to put it, because again, if not for that amalgamation, Nigeria would not necessarily be where it is today. And so it's I think that as an acknowledgement is such a huge step, and I believe that every any self-determination group from whatever ethnic group should make that an acknowledgement amongst their people that, you know what, we are breaking free from the Lugardhian amalgamation of 1914. And it is very fantastic and very, very supportive of, Nnamdi Kanu representing Ipob to support this movement, because I believe it will work. At the end of the day, I think they need to learn from the NSAS protest and sort of mirror it that it's going to be around next week, so that, they can literally go and march, and they obviously, with there being an actual body, they might face resistance from the government. And again, we're keeping tabs on them. We're accumulating all these evidence to show that the government is very incapable, and they are always, putting tactics to stop, peaceful protests. But again, if they can go do it, they have to. I don't think they have a choice. And I think that this sort of shows the aftermath of, let's say, if Nigeria should separate, we know that, okay, fine, the Yoruba nation and the Igbo nation would definitely be on good terms. I mean, obviously starting now, if that should happen. I mean, it's very positive. I am in total support. I believe that the acknowledgement of, breaking free of the Lugardhian amalgamation of 1914, I will always keep repeating that, because I think that was the setting stone for damage, and that created the body and and it solidified the British looting of Nigeria's resources. The reactions here says, the first one being, Biafra is life, Biafra is humanity itself, Biafra is light of the world, Biafra means come and join. The person championing the journey to the throne is from above and has a human face and heart. Out of compassion. He wanted freedom for all that are being choked in Nigeria, not minding that Biafra restoration is 99% ready. So we move. Somebody says there's a possibility that Sunday Igboho is either of Igbo extraction or secretly meeting with Nnamdi Kanu. Still wondering how and where he summoned the courage from. Hardly can you see a Yoruba origin with such courage. But then that's sort of a backhanded slap. What do you mean? Like, at the end of the day, every region in the quiet, I mean, apart from Ipob, but even amongst Igbos as well, there's been some silence and, submissiveness, I'd say. But it's like, for you to say that you're shook that, I mean, come on now. If you go back in history and you look at how the whole country came together to literally get independence, it did not matter. People from every region rose to the task of getting independence, even market women. And you know what, let me even digress. I absolutely dislike the disrespect that the market women of now are being treated, and the stereotypical view of them. These women are strong in terms of them forging ahead and also influencing Nigerians' independence, as well as standing up. When these women go and protest, I mean, these women are the traders, the economic holders of their societies and whatever. So it's like the market woman and deterioration of the image of the market woman is so disrespectful. As in, if that sort of sector as the market woman can be industrialized and becoming something better, I mean, that's an amazing history behind the rise of the market woman. But yeah, I digress. Someone says here, even me, I am a total support because Nigeria is no longer safe to live. Biafra will never be against anybody seeking for freedom individually or in a group. Someone here says, Hausa people need to wake up now and fight for Arewa. Let me tell you, before this country, Nigeria, was for 3 ethnic groups, Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. Up to now, I still ask where the Fulani come from and even become president and take over all senior offices. Arewa, wake up before it is too late. See, this old Fulani talk, I've said it before. I mean, I guess recently now, I mean, let's say in the last 10-15 years, okay, fine, there have been influx of non-Nigerian Fulanis, because you saying Fulanis, it's not the right term. It is not the right term. It is wrong, because Fulanis are spread across, like, they don't, I mean, from the history, they don't necessarily come from a place. They're spread out across across West Africa. So it's definitely a thing of genes. So in their genes, Fulani people have this specific look or this specific phenotype. And of course, as they're spread across West Africa, it means that they had relationships and gave offsprings and brought offsprings that had their genes in them. So it's like, this Fulani talk, maybe you mean non-Nigerian Fulanis, because when you say Hausa, they always put Hausa/Fulani, because they've always integrated, and Fulani is literally spread out across like salt, just spread across, the whole of West Africa. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's not necessarily where we come from, and I think that as a control tactic and a deflection tactic as well, for us to actually face issues, is that we try to blame each other, look for blames in one another, because I don't know where that mentality comes from in terms of, why would you automatically want to blame someone from a region? Like, are you reflecting your own lack of competence, that you can't do something and you put it on? I mean, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. There's greed everywhere. There's corruption everywhere in the world. So why is it not that it is justified, but Nigeria is not the first country to be corrupt. So, and it's not the first country that is corrupt that happens to be in Africa. So it's like, when we're talking about these things, it's definitely rooted in leadership. And you can say again, it's rooted in so much self-hate and greed, because again, it's such a talking about the lack of leadership of the government. It's a bad thing that there's greed and corruption, fine. But then when you couple that with inferiority complex and self-hate, I mean, when these people get to top world positions, where they're in positions of power, or they're in an environment where the world powers are coming to talk, how do you feel? How do you think they would go with zero self-confidence in their identity, and of course trying to defend their own people, and look or defend, or try to push the views or the interests of their people. And of course that coupled with corruption and greed makes it even worse. But that's what I think. I mean, right now I'm very, very happy. I think that if Nigeria wants to be one, which I feel is I think factually is highly unlikely, the Arewa people or the Hausa people, the northern part, they need to speak up. That's just it. They need to go protest, and that is it. Put what you think about this in the comment section below. What do you think about the Ipob, basically Nnamdi Kanu supporting the 1 million march by the the independent groups of the Yoruba nations? Put what you think, and do not forget to like and subscribe.